So Joe Biden steps aside, drops from the presidential race in November. And I was so glad to hear him endorse Kamala Harris. I personally think that if anybody's going to replace Joe Biden, if that has to be done, the only person for that is Kamala Harris. Still, there are a lot of people we're hearing about that might want to compete with her for the nomination. Just because President Biden endorses her doesn't give it to her absolutely. So now there might be some other competitors that come along. And I thought, well, this will just drag it out, make it slower, and create more chaos. But I was amazed by what we've heard over the last couple of hours. Endorsements for Kamala Harris have been coming in waves. Senator Mark Kelly from Arizona, Gavin Newsom, governor of California. We've got Shapiro, the governor from Pennsylvania. It's coming from all over the place. Elizabeth Warren supports Kamala Harris. This is interesting. This is an interesting bit of momentum. And if this momentum continues, there'll be nobody that comes close to Kamala Harris. And think about Joe. Joe's done a wonderful job as President of the United States, maybe the best I've seen in my entire lifetime. Think of what he's been responsible for the people of color in this country. First of all, he picked a black woman as Vice President of the United States. He appointed the first black woman to the Supreme Court. And now he's put Kamala Harris in place to be the first woman and first woman of color to be President of the United States. There's a lot to be thankful with Joe Biden. I've always been appreciative of all the things he's done. What's troubled me is I watch the media and they report this now. They're weeping and crying and say, oh, Joe, he's a great guy. We're sorry to see this. He did the brave thing. Well, you motherfuckers were picking at his bones like vultures before, so I'm not buying your bullshit. But I am excited about what's happening with Kamala. There's a lot of new invigoration to this. There's a lot of new excitement. And I think this is going to give Donald Trump and his team a lot of problems. They've already got a new motto. You know that Kamala Harris started out as a prosecutor. So now this battle is going to be the prosecutor versus the convict. I fucking love that.